Hello everybody, back here with another video. I recently got an FX impact, which there are all kinds of videos out on YouTube about the impact and how to adjust them and all that good stuff. So I'm not going to do a video on the impact rifle itself. I'm going to do one on a new magazine system that's out there. So here's your stock FX impact magazine. Very similar to what the Marauders have. You just spin this top plastic around, as many of you know. Then you load one pellet in backwards here with the domed end towards you, and then you work your way around and fill them up in the spots as it goes through. This stock magazine for the FX holds 16 pellets, which is quite a lot compared to a lot of air guns out there. You know, like your Marauders, the stock ones are 8, so that's twice as many, and 25 caliber, .25. What I'm going to show you today is this magazine. So I bought this FX impact from Utah Air Guns, as you can see the emblem right here. When I made the initial order, I ordered another magazine so I'd have 2 of these, and they talked me into getting one of these. And I was a little reluctant at first, but I went ahead, figured I'd give it a try, and pretty impressed with it so far. It holds 10 more than the stock number. So in 25 caliber, that means 26 shots in one fill of this magazine. So I'm going to show you a little bit how it works, because not everybody out there has one of these. And you know, I want people to know what they're getting if they were to buy one of these. So a little different for loading this. You got this half moon thing, you just flip it around like this, and then that plastic cover comes off. Okay, then similar to other rotary magazines, it's got a spring inside of there, so you have to rotate this plastic around until it stops here at the end. Okay, so now I'm going to load the first pellet in here, put my finger underneath so it doesn't fall through. Then I'll take my thumb off of here, and now that tension will hold that. Then it's just a matter of dropping them in there. So there's spring tension on there that will hold that in the with the spring tight with this first pellet. So you don't have to hold that anymore. But yeah, you just go around, and 26 pellets. Takes a little while to reload. However, you switch magazines a lot less often, obviously, which is pretty impressive. Now once I got this loaded up, I'll show you there's a special bracket that mounts on your FX impact to be able to accept this magazine, and I'll show you why and such here in a second. So there you go. Okay, now that I got all those pellets put in there, 26 total, I'll put the cover back on. It's got a hole right here, the little hole right next to the hole where the probe goes through, and then there's a little knob that sticks up here. And then of course the half moon, it can only accept it this way, so you just set that back up on top of there, and then rotate this half moon back around. It's kind of it locks into place, so there it locks. Come around here, there it locks. So it's not like it's going to just spin on its own. Okay, so these load a little bit different. The stock one slides in from the side like this, where this one I kind of started off on the side, but then I bring it around like this and then up, because it goes right at the end of the barrel. You know, like the chamber sits right here, the rounded chamber. So you know, just like your Marauder magazines or whatever, it's got the same type of concept. So this will go right around there. On this one, it's the same. Now this is made out of metal here. This backing is metal. The stock one's plastic. A lot of them are all plastic, but this one here, that's metal. You can see that's shiny. That's metal. I think it's aluminum. I can't say for sure, but you see this little indentation right here. That's where that bracket that you have to put on here comes into play, because there's a little probe, kind of a little button that locks into there and helps hold that into place. I'll kind of show you where that's at here. Okay, so here's that new plate that they put on there. They actually put it on for me, but it's not that difficult to put on. Basically, it's these four little screws. Goes right around your manometer here. But this is the thing that locks that into place. See, there's a little lever that locks right into this little indentation, this little hole that's on the back of the magazine, or I guess it'd be the front of it, or whatever, however you want to say it. Anyway, and then this also is kind of a guide on the opposite side, so it kind of keeps it all sturdy. Any other rifle that's in production right now, you wouldn't be able to use this, because with the impact, the magazine loads from the bottom, or hangs off the bottom, as opposed to the top, where many of the other ones are right now. So because of that, they were able to develop this magazine to have a lot higher capacity. So I'll try to demonstrate this being installed, and then you can kind of see how it goes. So what I've been doing is I kind of bring it in at an angle like this, almost like I'm going to put in a stock one. Then I can feel it come past that little trigger there. Then I push it in all the way and then up into place. So now it's locked into place. Pretty simple. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. The first time I did it, it wasn't so easy. I mean, a pretty tight fit, but the stock one was the same way. I think, you know, until, you know, you kind of clear out those tight tolerances, it's going to get easier after you do that, just by doing it a few times. Now this thing works just as well as the stock magazine. Actually, better, in my opinion. There's a good spring tension on there. When you put in, cock the gun, put in a new pellet, it rotates right around, stops. You push it forward, and it loads right up. So, so far, I'm really happy with this magazine. It's nice. You don't have to reload magazines, over and over with 8 shots or 16. 16 is a lot of shots, but you get 10 more shots in between. And with the high shot count that you get with the FX Impact, it is it's well worth it. It really comes into play then. A lot of guns, 26 shots would be the whole shot string. When you get bottle guns that are regulated, they 26 shots can be used. You can do a couple magazines worth, and you know, before you fall off the regulator. So just kind of wanted to share this with you guys. I know there's not a lot of them out there. I'd never seen one before, and I'm glad I got a chance to show it to you guys. And so until next time, happy shooting.